A little rocky start, opportunities in New York and Boston, but they have gotten it done here the first two games.
Been really good pitching, excellent defense in the first two games, and just enough offense so far. So for the Mariners, they're playing well, and they're taking care of the schedule again. The schedule has turned in their favor, and they have a couple of wins.
Our topic of discussion has been Kyle Seager just missing, fouling balls back. Last night he came through. He was relieved, let me tell you.
Well, he was the difference in the game last night. He ends up hitting his 14th home run on the year, 33 extra bases for Kyle. That leads the ball club, by the way. This is his 14th to get the Mariners on the scoreboard. And then late in the game, all the way back in the 8th inning, against a really tough left-hander with a very good slider. There's the slider, and Kyle hits it hard right back up the middle to drive in 2 more runs. So he was clutch last night. The Mariners scoring a total of 3 runs. Kyle driving in all 3.
Boy, that was a welcome sight. Saw Kyle after the game. You want to talk about relieved? Yeah. My goodness. Let's talk about pitching right now. Wade LeBlanc, as you know, has been an outstanding addition to this ball club. And look what he's done. Now, he had a rocky go against Boston, 4 2/3, 11 hit, 6 runs. But prior to that, wow, he was money.
He's been outstanding this year, and this will be his 11th start today. And you're right, a little bit of a hiccup in his last outing. I would assume he'll bounce right back. You look at the Baltimore Orioles, they are 14th in hitting. And for him, you're going to see Wade use his cutter inside. His changeup will be a big pitch for him again.
He'll be opposed by Alex Cobb, a guy we've seen a lot over the years in Tampa Bay. Had Tommy John surgery a couple of years ago. He's having a miserable year.
He has really struggled. 6.5 ERA, 2-9 record for him. And I think the biggest difference is his curveball. His curveball this year, opponents are hitting almost 430 off of his curveball, which typically has been one of his best pitches. So look for his split. He backed off of his curveball in his last outing, which was much better for him. His average fastball, 92, 93 miles an hour.
All right, and another ingredient in this Mariners' success here has been the bullpen, and it's fun seeing Eddie Diaz come out. My goodness, he has been lighting it up.
Well, so is everybody else. Total of 5 innings in the 2 games, just 2 hits overall. Haven't walked anybody, 5 strikeouts. Again, Baltimore is struggling. And that's been a real key for the bullpen to come in, hold the score where it's been at, and then the Mariners scoring runs late.
Time to look at some standings, and I can tell you that Houston had a walk-off win today. Alex Bregman, 2-run homer to beat Toronto 7-6 earlier. Let's look at how it affects the standings. Look at the Houston Astros with 54 wins. Their run diff is plus 174.
Well, and I think, again, you look at the Mariners at this point, 4 back. If they win today, they'll be at 3.5 again, and they've been able to stay in there as well as the Astros have played. Look, they're trying to make the push into the All-Star break. They have 17 games to go. The Mariners just need to continue to take care of their own business.
Absolutely, and hopefully tonight will be the second night they can get it done without Nelson Cruz. The back stiffness is such that he, in conversation with Scott Service and the medical staff, decided that it was better to take that 1 extra day and come back strong tomorrow.
They were just able to get him back healthy again. There's no reason to push it at this point. Get him back in the lineup when he feels good, and I think it's the right move.
All right, we have less than sunny conditions here, but we're going to get this game in. Cloudy here in Baltimore. The humidity is a little much. Mike's been suffering from that, but he'll get through it. It's the Mariners and the Orioles. Game 3, first pitch is straight ahead. Seattle Mariners still here in Baltimore as we welcome you to Oriole Park and Camden Yards pregame. Guys going through their rituals. Adam Jones with Denard Span, Danny Valencia, and this little cutie. So we get you ready for Mariner baseball. Mariners taking on the Orioles. Game 3 of a 4-game set. The Mariners have won the first 2. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here. Glad you've joined us on this cloudy but comfortable night. A little bit of humidity. We'll get used to it. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Mariners right here.
Mariners starting lineup brought to you by Jack in the Box and D. Gordon. His 20 steals leads the American League, and he's going to lead things off. Gene Segura hitting second. He was 3 for 4 in last night's ball game. But all the talk about Kyle Seager, the cleanup hitter, 2 for 4, his 14th home run last night, and he drove in all 3 runs for the Mariners. It's been a struggle for Alex Cobb this year. 2-9 record, 6.5 ERA in 70 innings, 49 strikeouts, 18 walks, but opponents hitting .325, and he's given up 13 home runs this year. Trey Mancini will get the start out in left field for Baltimore. He is second in the American League in outfield assists. Manny Machado will be at shortstop, and Caleb Joseph has caught all 3 games here in this series.
Here we go. We get this party started here in Baltimore. Mariners trying to make it 3 straight. First pitch to D. Gordon off the plate. For ball 1, Gary Cederstrom, the crew chief, has balls and strikes today. Corey Blazer at first, Stu Shearwater at second, and Eric Cooper at third. D coming off a 1 for 4 performance last night. This one will get out of play.
For Alex Cobb, typically a ground ball pitcher. His average fastball this year, 92 miles an hour. Curveball split to go with it. And this curveball not worked out well from opponents, hitting .429 against his curveball this year. Only threw it 10% of the time in his last outing, one of his better outings, but to a split a little bit more.
There's a 1-1 with Beckham, the third baseman, creeping in. Split the difference between Beckham and Scott Brocious. All in 2 strikes. Chris Prieto coaching at first.
Inside out swing by D. I think he was aware that the third baseman was playing in on the grass and tried to hit it by him.
Love that kind of bat control. Here's the 1-2 from Cobb. Got jammed. Cobb, free agent signee after being a stalwart down in Tampa Bay. 11 seasons down there. Missed the 15th season, Tommy John surgery. The Mariners have had their success against him. 2-4, and you mentioned some big numbers. 2-4 with a 6.81 ERA against Seattle.
Well, that's typical of his year this year. This is his 5th start here in this ballpark. And first 4 starts, his ERA at a 5.92. So he's had his struggles. Keep in mind today, left-handers hitting .353 against him. That's 5th highest in Major League Baseball. So possibly another good night for the cleanup hitter Kyle Seager.
Gotta like those chances. D. Gordon up there, 10 for 36 on the road trip. Real catalyst. He and Segura at the top of this order. That will get fouled. Cobb's probably
happy about it.
Plenty happy about it.
No, I think that would have been a base hit if it stayed fair.
Cobb's lost his last 2 games against the Mariners. Last time was his last win was 2013, August 15th at Tampa Bay. Went 5 innings, 3 hits, a run. Gave up a home run to Raul Ibanez in a 7-1 Tampa Bay win. D making him work to start the ball game. So pulled right to Jonathan Scope. 1 away.
Seven pitches in that at bat.
So the Mariners trying to go to 4-5 on this East Coast trip. 0-3 in New York, 1-2 in Boston. Could play what could have been in a couple of games. 1 in Boston, 1 in New York for sure. 2-0 here in Baltimore. Scott Service still plenty happy with what he has on his hands. And doggone Houston Ball Club, they were trailing, and then Alex Bregman hits a walk-off 2-run shot to beat Toronto down in Houston. They've won 17 of 20. There's Gene Segura. 3 hits last night. Numbers 100, 101, and 102.
It's great to have him back in the lineup. It's 4 games. Game 1, terrific defense from him. Some really nice plays out at shortstop, and as Dave mentioned yesterday, good offensive night for him.
Whoa, way upstairs. It's interesting, an out-of-town writer, I didn't catch his name, but he was talking to Scott Service about Segura, and one of the things Scott was talking about, remembering having Gene in the Angel system when they were both with that organization. And the thing that he said that Scott was telling his writer, the thing that really, among other things, that stands out about Gene, you know, he doesn't look like the typical shortstop, but what an arm, as we've seen.
He has a great arm.
Make that play in a hole.
Get rid of the ball quickly when he needs to.
Yeah, how about the game in Houston last year? Remember that? A couple of tremendous plays in extra innings. There you go, hit leader. Gene right behind Jose Altuve starting today. 8 behind Altuve, who entered today with 110 hits. Scope on the backhand.
Talked about Cobb being ground ball pitcher, a couple of ground ball outs for the Mariners to start the game.
2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the first. In a half day here for Mitch Haniger. He's going to DH today. Hitting at 267, 16 homers, 59 runs batted in.
He had started in 79 of 80 games. So a little bit of a break for him tonight. He's earned it.
Yes, indeed. Second in RBIs. 2 behind JD Martinez, who's got 59, and he leads the league in assists with 9. Leonis Martin 8. You mentioned Mancini with 7.
Mitch picking up the 9th assist in last night's ball game. Turned out to be a big play. The Mariners winning by a run. Nice relay to home. Little runner out. And he's been hot last 5 games.
Good count, 2-0, and Scope can't come up with the play. Hit it hard. Mitch is a pretty good runner. Might not have gotten him anyway. So on the shift, it'll be a base hit.
To his backhand, he's able to get to it, and then he was going to try to plant the ball. Slips out of his glove. Grass is probably a little bit wet. We've had rain off and on today.
2-out base runner for the Mariners brings up cleanup man Kyle Seager.
That'll be a hit. Or Haniger.
Offensive star of the game last night, accounted for all 3 Mariner runs. Solo home run in the 4th, 2-run single in the 8th. Cobb in his career in 7 starts, only 2 quality starts against the Mariners. 1-1.
Kyle has enjoyed being on the road this year. 36 RBIs on the road, 2nd most.
Angels there at Boston. Just underway. Oakland at Detroit just starting. Ground ball, and Scope out short right field. He's right there. He gets an assist on all 3 outs here in the 1st inning. We're underway. Wade LeBlanc, Roll Tide, about to take the mound against the Orioles. Trey Mancini going to lead things off for the Orioles. 2 for 4 last night. Let's take a look at the rest of that batting order.
Typically, they will move him up in the lineup against a left-hander. 10 home runs for Trey Mancini. Danny Valencia, the cleanup hitter, former Mariner, hit his 7th home run in last night's ball game. And 7, 8, 9 in the order for Baltimore has really struggled. All of them hitting well below 200.
First pitch from Wade LeBlanc in there for strike.
Baltimore has struggled this year. They are last in the American League in hitting.
Just off the glove of Healy. Right fielder Gamble gets to it quickly.
For Wade, this will be his 11th start on the year. ERA under 3 as a starter. Overall, a 3-0 record, 3.26 ERA. 54 strikeouts and 66 in a third. Opponents hitting .255 against Wade. Average fastball at 86 miles an hour, changeup, cutter, curve. Look at the defense for the Mariners. Ben Gamble in right field. Again, Haniger the DH. Segura and Gordon playing up the middle. And Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Here's Adam Jones. Rain starting to fall here in Baltimore. It was expected here in the 7 o'clock Eastern hour. Jones 1 for 4 last night. Swing and a miss. Walking out of tunnel last night with Jonesy. Big Mariner prospect. Huge trade. Been here in Baltimore a long time. I was asking him what tough year, obviously. As he gets this one in the air, it's going to stay in the ballpark.
Could be trouble.
Here is a hell of a catch by Segura. Wow. Span looking at him like, how did you do that?
Well, Adam Jones still with a lot of power and 10 home runs on the year. So Span was playing deep. See Kyle out there. Segura calls him off. A basket catch right in the webbing. That is not an easy play at all. Looking over your shoulder.
Wow.
And he gets it back in quickly.
And with traffic out there, he's got Span coming on. He's got Seager behind him. Big time play. 1 out. He's asking Jones where he might be going. He says, don't forget I'm a 5 and 10 guy. I went, oh, I forget about that. So he has a little bit of control of his situation. Manny Machado. It's a ball 1. Manny 0 for 4 last night. Got a small cell that's going to hangovers for a little bit, and then that's going to move on. Then it'll be a break, and then another cell will be coming in. Hopefully we get this thing in. And both cells are very small. Here's Heredia making a read and the catch. 2 down. Wade LeBlanc faced these Orioles twice last year out of the bullpen when he was with the Pirates. Last time he faced them as a starter with the Mariners, July 1st of 2006. It was his 2nd start as a Mariner. In 6 innings and a 5-2 win in Seattle. Gave up a home run to Chris Davis.
With the struggles of Baltimore, you'd like to see Wade command the strike zone, throw strikes, make him earn it, and good defense behind him. We've already seen some of the defense, and in 6 pitches he has a couple of outs, 5 strikes for him.
It's an exceptional play by Segura. Danny Valencia hit the ball hard twice, really hard. One for a line drive home run over to the 364 side left center field. Then a smash to center, a base hit in the 9th inning. Well, the tarp crew, grounds crew, they're ready. And I know we have an air-conditioned booth. We've got a humid conditions outside right now. I'm feeling that humidity right now. Not that I have any hair to worry about, but you know, I feel the humidity. 2 balls, 1 strike to Valencia.
I think it's supposed to be really warm tomorrow.
Yeah, exceptional. I mean, and fairly typical this part of the country this time of year.
Yeah, we've been fortunate the first 3 games. It's been warm, but not typical.
Right.
We'll get some more of that tomorrow.
High fly ball left field. Span running out of room. That's going to go. Two-run homer, Danny Valencia. 2 homers, less than 24 hours against his old team. 2-0 Orioles for Danny. Home run number 8. RBIs 21 and 22. Ninth home run given up by LeBlanc.
I think it was a cut fastball that just missed his location. He wanted to go in on his hands. I think he leaves it on the plate. Mike set up on the inside corner, and that's more middle in. 83 miles an hour.
Two nothing Orioles. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo, a career 1 for 3 against LeBlanc. Trumbo on a 10-game hitting streak.
Camaro Supermo and the cut fastball. Wade will throw that pitch often off the plate inside so that he can get back to his changeup. That missed his location.
He's already lit up. That's a good sign. Said it was a small cell. Good pitch. 2-2. Wade 3-0. He's got wins against Texas, the Angels, and the Red Sox all at home. Healy will take a look, see how much room he's got. He's got room, and he hangs with it. That'll do it. 2-run homer for Danny Valencia in the rain here. 2-0 Orioles. Brought to you by your local Ford stores, by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting rock legends Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo August 3rd. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. And by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Right here at the Inner Harbor, Camden Yards at Oriole Park, not too far from there. Orioles 2-0 on a Danny Valencia home run. Coming up for the Mariners, top of the second, Denard Span, Ryan Healy, Ben Gamble, 5, 6, and 7 against Alex Cobb.
Take a little extra time to put some diamond dry down, but it seems like Cobb is happy with the mound right now. The filling the ground crew will have to go out there probably a couple of times through the evening.
Got one more cell coming our way, I'm told. Cobb in his last outing against the Mariners June 3rd last year. 9 runs. A career high 14 hits in 5 innings, 2 home runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks in a loss. Here's Denard Span. Finally caught up to him about that at bat. A couple of his at bats 2 nights ago against Andrew Cashner. You see how he always holds that hand up. He wants to control the tempo of the at bat. And he sends this one to center field, backing up Jones. And he said the second time he came up, the catcher Caleb Joseph told him, "I was told to speed you up." Pitching coach told him to speed him up. So he got in his head. He wound up taking. Remember, he took that called third strike. It was a terrible pitch.
Yeah, right.
Next time up, when he came up before he hit the home run, he made sure he did his
You're not
best.
speeding me up.
Yeah, no. He stepped in, out, called timeout. He did a great job. I said it was the best piece of psychological warfare I've seen in a long time in baseball. It was a great job. I said, "How did you get like?" I said, "I just experienced the stuff I've been doing." And I remember the years when Mark Burley was pitching.
Yeah,
I remember.
You had to slow him down.
Right, exactly. Here's Healy. Yeah, and he said, "Hey, the thing about remember Burley when AJ Przinsky was catching whatever AJ put down, you know, Mark was ready to throw almost as he's catching the ball. So you got to step out, you got to slow him down. As a veteran, you learn that." This one hit well, center field deep, headed for the batter's eye. Goodbye! Home run, Ryan Healy. He breaks it 0 for 9 with his 15th home run, and the Mariners are on the board. Big time blast as Dees gets the celebration going.
That is great. For Ryan, his 15th home run of the year. Being aggressive. He gets a fastball right at the top of the strike zone. It is. Middle of the plate. Mara Supermo, and the reaction by Cobb. He knew right away that was leaving the ballpark.
Boy, he got it on the barrel. It had the sound. It was everything good. Here's Ben Gamble. Impressive. Gamble, month of May, 343 in 24 games. Month of June, 318 in 16 games. And that'll get through, base hit. Another knock for Ben Gamble.
So for Ryan Healy, 25 home runs last year, 15 now, and after tonight that will be halfway through the season. This is game 81. He's on a great pace.
Yes, he is. As the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus would say, the season's going to really speed up now. We're in the second half, starting tomorrow. There's Mike Zunino. Done a great job behind the plate, but he's on some bad roads swinging a bat. 0 for his last 11 and 1 for his last 20. Breakout should be forthcoming. Mike is 4 for 8 with a homer against Cobb.
A couple of tough pitches, 2 fastballs, but both of them right on the corner. Starts them off away, and then that last pitch right on the inside corner.
With 2 to Mike. 0-1. Prodigious shot by Ryan Healy gets the Mariners on the board. Gamble the tying run at first, scrambles back.
And he looked as if he was going to go. He's leaning a little bit.
Been 5 for 7 in base stealing this year.
Mariners are 4th in the American League in stolen bases.
Track a little bit slower right now with the rain and the diamond dry out there. He does go. Pitch swung on, popped up. And that will just get it. Ooh, look out. Joseph going into the dugout. It's his own dugout. It's okay. Dangerous situation.
an eye on the ball. It starts to come back to him, and he doesn't want to give up on it. And then down in the step he goes, and Buck Showalter was holding him up, manager for the Orioles.
One out, one on, and a run in. Danny Valencia, 2-run homer for the Orioles, and Healy, home run here in the second for the Mariners. Mike spoils this. Long foul ball.
He was down by the cage yesterday. Mike was talking to Edgar, and Edgar's feeling that he's getting closer. You mentioned his struggles lately, and Mike was even saying the same thing. And he was really concentrating on staying in the right center field in batting practice, to the point to where he was driving it well into the seats out to right center. And now it's just a matter of getting it going for him in the game.
Well, last year when he hit the month of Junino, that was where he had a lot of success.
Yeah, and he said he just hasn't been able to get his body in position, and hopefully that'll change quickly for him. Unfortunately, here in his first at bat, he finds himself in a 0-2 count right away, so he has some work to do. Tough at bat so far. We'll see what happens over the course of the game. He was feeling better yesterday, though.
Ball, 2 strikes. Gamble holds. Oh, it hit him. Gee.
That hit him in the helmet, too.
Yeah.
I think it had a piece of his face.
Doggone it. 6th time he's been hit.
Typically for Mike, he will not get out of the way. He was trying to get out of the way of that pitch that was running in on him. And when you're in an 0-2, 1-2 count, and he's been pitching him away, you're trying to stay on the pitch away from him, so you're going to react late on a fastball that is in, and hopefully he's okay.
Got Matt Toth out. Ooh, man.
And I can tell you that you take inventory pretty quick. It scares you more than anything. Fortunately, Mike on his feet.
Yeah, got the flap.
Got the ear flap, and that's why we see so many guys with that extra guard on their helmet. Mike has it, which is a good thing.
Geez.
Might have helped him right there, actually.
And for you boys who are not wearing a flap, after seeing that, I would encourage you to start wearing one. 92 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's one thing to hear about it, but when you're in the ballpark and you see somebody get hit like that, that should be enough. I'm convinced.
Yeah, it can be scary. And we've talked about it. It's different than it was a few years ago, even just with the velocities that these guys are seeing on a nightly basis. Why not have it? It's just some extra protection, and you may as well have it, and that's a good reason why.
Paid off. Here's Denard's make that Guillermo Heredia, beg your pardon.
1 out.
Center fielder, couple of men on, 1 out. Guillermo looks at a strike.
And our Primera Super Mode. You see this fastball running in at 92, and that's, if you're going to get hit, you have to turn away from it. So Mike doing everything right to try to protect himself there.
Tying run and go ahead run aboard. Inside to Heredia. Wow. And here's the crack in the helmet.
That can be replaced.
Thank you card to my manufacturer ASAP. Look at that. Garçon, bottle of champagne for my rep. For roller, Manny goes to Scope. Good hustle by Heredia as per usual. He beats it out. Don't get the double play. Going to third, Gamble. 2 away.
Well, Guillermo with really good speed, always running hard. It's a routine 2-hopper to the shortstop. Scope gets rid of it quickly with something on it, but just too much speed, and Mike will get an opportunity to regroup on the bench. Going to check on him.
That stuff is scary. Here's D. Gordon, second time. Grounded out the Scope in the first inning.
Well, at least he had just enough time to turn away from it, and that was the difference between it hitting him solid and glancing off the side of his helmet.
Mike and Seager always do a very good job turning the right direction. See if D can pick up a run or two here with 2 outs, runners at the corners.
7 pitches in his first at bat, ended up grounding out to the second baseman. Back him in at third again. He tried a couple of times to hit it past him, but they were foul just a little bit too late.
Inside to deep on 1. Clouds parting and bringing us some blue sky right above here. Oriole Park, Camden Yards. 1-0 pitch. Favorable count for D at 2-0. Mariners 3-5 on this road. 0-3 in New York, 1-2 in Boston, and 2-0 here in Baltimore.
Good speed on the bases. Great speed at home plate.
2-1. Mariners will come home, take on Kansas City Royals. They too, like Baltimore, having, well, not a good year. 24-55 starting today. 3 games with them, and then the Angels come in, and then Colorado comes in. Not Oakland passing the Angels last night.
Well, you talk about that schedule, then they'll go to LA and finish up in Colorado going into the All-Star break. So it's turned back in their favor. You'd like to see them take advantage of that. So far, winning the first 2 games here, and you mentioned going home. I'm sure the guys are looking forward to going home tomorrow night. Been a long road trip.
Angels in Boston, no score, top the second. 3-1 here to D. Fair ball. Davis touches up. Home run by Healy gets Mariners right back in the game. It's 2-1 Baltimore. Here comes Mike Z. We're 2-1, bottom 2 here in Baltimore. Game 3, 4-game set. Wrap it up tomorrow. Jonathan Scope to lead it off here in the second against Wade LeBlanc. Scope, Davis, and Beckham 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Long run here for Span, but he's going to get there. And there's one away. Make sure you join us at Safeco Field Saturday. We're going to turn ahead the clock when the Mariners face the Royals. In celebration of the 20th anniversary of the original event, 2 teams are going to wear futuristic threads, while the first 20,000 fans are going to get a replica Mariners cap courtesy of Alaska Airlines. Visit mariners.com for tickets. Felix is scheduled to pitch. Here's a nice play by Ryan Healy. And D. Gordon ready. He was diving out in the grass, but Ryan picked it off for out number 2.
He has really played well at first base. Started last year with Oakland. He was at third. They moved him over to first, and he's been really comfortable over there. This is not an easy play. Top spin line drive, the backhanded side D. So he would have been there. They had it covered, no question about it.
Good job by LeBlanc to get over there.
Most of you haven't been able to see it, but during batting practice, when Ryan is taking his ground balls over at first, he has a really small glove that he uses. It's probably smaller than a second baseman's glove. It's a practice glove. I was asking him about that.
Bunt.
Put it in the pocket.
Yep, that's a beauty. Back of base hit.
Perfect bunt. But I was asking Ryan about it, and he said that actually when he moved over to first and started taking ground balls over there, that it was Yonder Alonso that recommended that to him to help him with all the picks. And he says if you have that little glove on there, once you put on a first baseman's glove, it seems a lot easier. And I think even that backhanded right there, piece of cake for him. But he works hard at playing first base, and I like the fact that he uses that smaller glove.
He and Yonder teammates over in Oakland. That's a good call. I've not heard that. I'm not familiar with that. That's good stuff. I get it.
I've been watching him do it, and I've been meaning to ask him about it, and finally it just dawned on me to ask him when he was taking batting practice, and so we talked about it a little bit, and he says that when he started doing it, he does it every day. He doesn't take any ground balls during practice with his first baseman glove. It's just that smaller glove.
Is it like Bill Mazeroski's small?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really small.
Yeah.
You young kids Google it. Bill Mazeroski, Hall of Famer, won the 1960 World Series. Here's a ball hit sharply. Segura to D, inning over. 2-1, Baltimore. Has started again here in Baltimore. Good to have you with us. Here's the Mariners trying to make it 3 in a row here in Baltimore. A couple home runs. Danny Valencia, another one. And now Ryan Healy hit a bomb off the batter's eye.
It was just the one mistake by Wade LeBlanc in the first inning, and Valencia hits it out of the ballpark. But the encouraging sign is the ball is on the ground. Good defense behind him. He's throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want to do. And, of course, the Mariners have played from behind a few times this year. Ryan Healy getting him on the scoreboard with the solo home run, his 15th on the year.
Impeccable credentials for the Mariners when it comes to rallying, comeback victories. They have had a bunch, 22 of them, and they're 24-11 in one-run games. Here's Gene Segura. Segura, Henniger, and Seager here in the third. Gene, first time out, grounded out to second baseman Jonathan Scope.
And Gene had missed 4 games, was back in the lineup on Monday. Went hitless, so it makes sense that he picked up 3 hits yesterday.
Hit machine down the line. That is a foul ball.
Close.
Good effort by Beckham. Just joining us earlier today, Houston walk-off against Toronto, 7-6. Alex Bregman 2-run homer in the 9th. Won 17 of 20. And Altuve had 1 hit. So that gives him 111 on the season. Gene at 102. 0-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes. Tell you what, Gene does a good job battling back from 0-2. Span did it the other day. Span does it a lot.
A lot.
It's pretty impressive the way those guys can grind things out. 2-2. There you go. Base hit. See if he goes for 2. He's challenging Adam Jones's arm. He's going to have to hurry. He's in there with a double. Gene Segura with his 22nd double of the season gets the Mariners off to a good start here in the 3rd.
It's been so much fun to watch D. Gordon and Gene Segura at the top of the lineup. Fastball in the outside corner. Adam Jones with one of the better throwing arms as far as center fielders go. And it looks like it's an accurate throw. A little bit off scope trying to make the pick and put the tag on him quickly. I think Gene beats it either way. Good hustle.
There's Mitch Haniger. No Nelson Cruz tonight. Hopefully get him back tomorrow night. Stiff lower back. Saw Nelly with a big ace bandage. Ice underneath it. He had all kinds of treatment today. Lower back tightness before last night's game knocked him out of that tilt. Of course, you know the Mariners won that 3-2. Gene.
And you know that Nelson always wants to be in the lineup and get him back in there when he's healthy.
There's Beckham off his glove. Here comes Segura to 3rd. He's in there safely. Haniger with a base hit. And the Mariners with a developing situation here in the 3rd. 2-for-2 night for Mitch.
It'll be an infield hit right down the line. Beckham, normally a shortstop, trying to backhand it. It just eats him up. Good opportunity for Kyle Seager to drive in another run. Kyle driving in 3 yesterday. 47 RBIs on the year for Kyle.
Wow, Cozart undergoing surgery to repair a torn labrum in his left shoulder. So much for that season. Swing and miss by Kyle. Zach picked up. Coming over from Cincinnati. Seager 4th on the ball club in hits with 70. And 3rd in RBIs. Big chance here. Nobody out.
That was the split. High fastball comes back with a split.
Mariners trying to take advantage of Alex Cobb, who comes in with a 2-9 record, a 6.56 ERA. 0-2. Foul ball. And against the Mariners, he's a career 2-4 with a 6.81 in 7 starts. Is a Kozart. Terrible news for those Angels. They now trail 3-0, bottom 2 in Boston. 0-2 to Kyle. Ball 1.
Started Kyle with a fastball, probably middle in at the top of the zone, a couple of splits away, and then right back inside above the belt.
Good speed at first in Haniger. Segura at third. 1-2 pitch to Kyle. Swing and a miss. Strikeout #1 for Alex Kyle. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Denard Span and fly it out to center. King Felix, his reign continues in the future as he takes the mound. Return ahead the clock tonight this Saturday at Safeco Field against Kansas City. Make sure you join us for a special edition King's Court. It's going to include a ticket and futuristic King's Court T-shirt. So make sure you're there. Tickets $30. Mariners.com/Felix. Felix looked like he had a really good bullpen today.
I was watching him today. Like a really good bullpen. The other starters out there along with Mel Stottlemyre.
Gotta go back safely.
Denard Span aggressive in his first at bat. Swinging at the first pitch. Get the ball out to center field.
24th game with the Mariners for Span. He came in tonight with a .286 mark. 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Overall, .255 with 7 home runs.
Talk a lot about how patient he has been, and he is that, but he will pick his spots to be aggressive.
And again, the other thing, in that home run he hit a couple of nights ago, again, a pocket crime dog. Smaller version of Fred McGriff, because he doesn't take that stride. He just gets that little rock back a little bit. Nope. Go forward. There you go. Lines, drive, and it's going to get down. But Jones might be able to catch that. RBI single. Tied ball game at 2-2. Segura scoring, and Haniger moving up to second. Being aggressive again. First pitch.
It's been part of the scouting report. The first pitch fastball. This one towards the end of the bat. Pitch that was down in the zone, but able to get it in the air.
Score tied at 2, brings up Ryan Healy. Homered off the batter's eye, straightaway center. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Strike 1. Oh, 1 to Ryan. 1-1. A home run by Healy is first against Alex Cobb. He's now 1 for 2. One pitch. So a hit to right field. Here comes Valencia towards the line. Haniger tagging. And he's going to get the third easily. 2 down. Two out. Runners at first and third. For Ben Gamble, we got a base hit to right. First time up.
Doesn't take Ben long to get dirty, does it?
Couple had to dive back into first base after the base hit. Cobb trying to keep him close, diving back in. Span got Joseph's attention to catch him. Looked like he was going to go.
Haniger has above average speed at third. Span decides to run. It'll be interesting to see how Baltimore plays it. They try to throw him out at second or just eat it, worried about Haniger going home.
1-1. Haniger at third. Spans at first. That base hit his first time up. Ben Gamble's 10 for his last 30. Last 10 games. Room service for Chris Davis. Inning over, but an RBI by Denard. Span ties it at 2. Brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partner in health. Get your guide to living Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org/Mariners. Just outside right field, Utah Street. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the third. Top of the order for the Orioles. Trey Mancini, Adam Jones, and Manny Machado against Wade LeBlanc, who had a 6-pitch inning in the second. Gave up a 2-run homer to Valencia in the first. That'll stay fair. Backhanded. Quick release by Seager. 1 down.
It's not that easy.
It makes it look easy, though. I'll tell you. Man, oh man, he had that all the way.
Most third basemen on a backhanded play like that, especially when they're playing deep like Kyle was. Mancini with 10 home runs, lined the ball in the right. They're going to plant, maybe even take a little bit of a hop and throw a rocket across the diamond. But look how quickly he gets rid of it. In good shape, no step at all. Just get rid of it, and an accurate throw. Throws him out by 2 or 3 steps.
Without a doubt. Impressive. There's Adam Jones. A little flare into the triangle between Seager, Span, and Segura. And Segura made a lovely basket catch, basically splitting the difference between oncoming Span and the retreating Seager. But don't have to hurry. Not going to get him.
Nope.
2 bunts tonight. Beckham's dropped 1 down, and now Adam Jones.
Kyle was playing back at third on both occasions. Even if he's able to field it cleanly, no chance. Adam Jones runs well. I think he still beats it out.
There's Manny Machado flat out to center. The punch shot. It's going to work. Jones will stop at second.
Wade was able to hit his location. It is on the outside corner at the knees, and kind of an excuse me swing by Machado. Didn't mean to, but it worked out for him. Good trouble for Wade with one out. A couple of runners on. You can laugh about it. That's okay. It happens.
A final analysis, they all count.
That's right.
Here's Valencia's feeling good. 2 for 3 last night, RBI and a home run, and a 2-run homer tonight. 2-1 pitch. No doubt about her into the left field stands.
He's taking advantage of a couple of mistakes the last 2 nights.
Long run coming in is Gamble, who's taking charge. Going to be Heredia. 2 outs. Way out, front foot. 2 outs and bring up Mark Trumbo. Mariners got their run on a Healy home run 2nd inning and an RBI single in the 3rd from Denard Span to tie it at 2-2. Game 3, 4-game set. Mike Leake on the mound tomorrow, coming off his magnificent 8-inning shutout up in Boston on Saturday. Be on the air. First pitch 12:05. Pregame 11:30. Adam Jones at second. Manny Machado at first. Very interesting to find out where those 2 gentlemen will be a month and 4 days from now at the trade deadline. Yesterday, I had the wrong Duquette. I said Jim Duquette. I meant Dan Duquette, the GM. Skipper is also up, all of them. Free agents. Timeout. Buck Showalter, Dan Duquette. Contract's up. Big secondary lead for Jones. That one hit foul.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Buck Showalter. I believe this is his 9th year here in Baltimore. He's been around for a long time. He's had some good ball clubs here. But a real struggle this year.
23rd all-time in wins. 1,527. 3rd among active managers behind Bruce Bochy and Mike Socha. And his 645 wins, second only to Earl Weaver. Line drive base hit just beyond the reach of Segura. Span up with it quickly. Here's a throw to the plate, and it gets by Zunino. Gets over LeBlanc. Here comes another run. Play at the plate. Safe. And Trumbo ends up at second base.
Span gets to it quickly, charges it. See where the ball ends up. Kind of an in-between hop for Mike. It wasn't on line anyway. And then Wade trying to flip him the ball.
And he got that foot in.
He's in there. Wade was backing up. They have some bricks behind home plate. Look at the ball bounced around a little bit, maybe.
It went over his head. He was in good shape. It comes off the brick high. It went right over his head. Here's Jonathan Scope. 2 runs in. Runner at second. 2 outs. The lead, long run. Now it's in scope, one of several. This Orioles regulars numbers have fallen off the chart. 293, 32 homers, 105 RBIs last year.
Would assume that will be a base hit RBI to Trumbo, and Machado scoring on the air. He's 7.
Trumbo picking up an RBI. He's 23rd. Keeps his hitting streak alive at 11 games. 0-2 pitch here. Pulled down to Seager. Throws him out. A couple of runs on the board for the Orioles, who have a 4-2 lead as we go to the 4th. One, two, three, and 2. Mike Zunino, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Scope makes the play. 1 out. Baltimore 2 runs on 3 hits, and Aaron left a man in the 3rd, taking the lead back at 4-2. Mike hit by a pitch his first time up. Now 0 for 1. Here's Heredia. Reached on a fielder's choice. To Guillermo.
Talking earlier about working counts and guys falling behind and working their way back in the counts. I think Guillermo has done a good job of that this year too.
Sharply hit it right to Beckham. 2 down. Get Sounder Train and Link Light Rail tickets right to your phone. Paying is easy with the Transit Go Ticket app. 2 outs. Top of the order, D. Gordon, 3rd time. A couple of ground outs, 0 for 2. Red Sox now 6-0 on the Angels, bottom 3. J.D. Martinez, first Sox player to have 25 homers before July 1. And he knows he's got to hurry. Good play. D runs out from under his helmet, but a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Alex Cobb for 2 O's. Distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target. 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family. 0 traffic deaths in our state. A little bit of rain showers, a couple of them. We're going to play on. It looks like we're going to get this baby in. 4-2 Orioles. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports Crew. Chris Davis, Tim Beckham, Caleb Joseph. Bottom third of the order for the O's. Nice play by Healy. A dive. Take away a base hit, but nobody's going to glove that one except Ben Gamble to get it back in. Base hit Chris Davis.
He's hit the ball hard a couple of times. Been a tough year for him. Has really struggled overall. He's going to get a pitch in the middle of the strike zone. Primera Supermo. Cutter, maybe the slider away.
Davis came into tonight's game having struck out 6 of his previous 7 at bats. Here's Beckham. Dropped the bunt down the third baseline for base hit. Second inning.
Curveball to start him off. Looked like it was at the bottom of the strike zone. Jerry Cedarstrom, crew chief, home plate umpire tonight, didn't think so.
Good block by Mike Zunino. 2-0.
Nick Rumbelow getting loose in the pen.
2-0. Seager gets the 1. D with the relay. Do not get Speedy Beckham. Fielder's choice. There's 1 down. Tell you what, that's a good operation. Seager to D. Really looks good. Trying to turn to celebrate America's birthday with the Seattle Mariners on July 4th when they host the Angels at 1:10. Come early and get be one of the first 20,000 fans who will receive a Mariners Stars and Stripes cowboy hat. Tickets at mariners.com. Yippee-i-o-ki-yay. Caleb Joseph. 1 for 2 in last night's game. There's Nick Rumbelow.
There's a good changeup down out of the strike zone, gets him to chase it.
About that number. 167 on changeups in June, down from 310 month of May.
Well, it's because he's kept it down at the bottom or down out of the strike zone. Another one right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Nothing doing for Healy. Kid's practically under the seat. Nice job.
Earned it.
Yeah, he did. Good job, kid.
All right, Caleb, come on, you're still alive, man. You're still alive.
One out, runner at first. Strike 3 called.
Excellent pitch right on the inside corner above the belt, and that's after 2 changeups. So a couple of off-speed pitches and then paints a fastball inside.
Great location. First strikeout for LeBlanc.
But for Wade, his fastball probably about 86 miles an hour. Good job by Mike Zunino helping him out again.
Top of the order, Trey Mancini, single and a ground out. Run scored in the first inning on the 2-run homer by Danny Valencia. Oh, 1 here to Valencia, to Mancini. Missed by much, 1-1. Mariners to see the Orioles in Seattle. It's Labor Day, September 3, 4, 5. Be a day off in there. Then the Yankees come in, followed by San Diego. Comebacker. Nice easy inning for Wade LeBlanc. No runs a hit, no errors, and a man left of the 5th inning. It's a 4-2 lead for Baltimore. Camden Yards, Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and right now the Orioles a little bit pesky.
They are right now. Wade LeBlanc, 3 earned runs, A rare error for the Mariners cost them another run, but the good news for them is they've been swinging the bats well. You have Seager, Haniger, and Segura due up right here in this inning. So they have a chance to score a few more runs. I think the scoring is going to continue in this one tonight. A little bit of a sloppy night overall with the rain. Again, one miscue by the Mariners.
Alex Cobb, guy they're trying to get to. That's a foul ball off the bat of Gene Segura. Segura, Haniger, and Seager, 2, 3, 4 here. Gene with a double, a hustle double, left center field. Back in the third and scored on the RBI by Denard Span. Span with an RBI, Healy with a home run, accounting for the Mariner runs. Mariners won game 1 of this series 5-3 behind Felix Hernandez, who went 6 innings. James Paxton went 7 last night, a 3-2 win, picked up his 7th win. Cobb can't get it.
Did he touch it?
No ruling. What do we got? Did not touch it, Gary Cederstrom.
Foul ball.
Yep. Had a great
Dives
effort.
for it. I wasn't sure if his glove had touched it. Oh, he ends up landing on his glove.
Good tuck and roll.
Didn't hit his shoulder, did it?
I was looking at that and his putt and his wrist. Cobb this year, free agent, coming over from Tampa Bay, 2-9 record, 6.56 ERA. Cobb with Boston kid. Moved to Florida, grew up in Vero Beach, Florida. Longtime training home of the Dodgers. 1-2. Cobb, 30 years old. Down at Tampa Bay, went 48-35, 3.50 ERA. Full count. He had 4 seasons with the Rays where he had double-figure wins. Twice 11, once 10, and once a 12-win season.
I've never seen Gene Segura
With
jump
the
in the
jump,
air.
I know,
Yeah,
it's pretty
after
good.
taking the pitch.
From the Beltray school.
It was a split that was down.
Seen Adrian Beltray bounce around in batter's box a lot of years. Wonder if he'll still be with the Rangers next time we see them. 3-2. Gene Segura, leadoff walk, 5th inning. And that is the first walk in the ball game. Time now for our Geico This Date in History. Take you back to '99. Mariners win the final game of the Kingdome, 5-2 over the Rangers.
Mitch Haniger 2 for 2 in the ball game. A couple of singles for Mitch.
Told other significance in that final game. Junior robbed Alex Juan Gonzalez. There was a streaker.
And one of the few times that Edgar was ejected in the ball game.
Wow, what the heck? What could have drove him to that? Juan Gonzalez, boy, I haven't heard that name in a while. Igor, right? Wasn't that his nickname?
Yep.
Texas and Detroit, among other stops.
Eric Cooper, third base umpire, was one of the umpires in that ball game.
There's Mitch Haniger. There's Eric at home plate last night. Third base tonight. Straight up in the infield and outfield for Haniger. That's hit well. Slicing drive. Deep center field. Jones is there on the track. Jeet Segura is ticked off as you are at home.
It was a tough read for him.
Yeah. He got halfway there.
He thought about going back to tag up because it was going to be deep, and then he thought maybe it was going to be over his head, and then he thought about going back, and then he thought probably it was going to hit the wall. So he wasn't sure. Right there you can see him stop. He was going to go back and tag up, and then the ball carried a little bit further than he expected it to. And that's the reason why he slapped his hands together.
One out, one on, brings up Kyle Seager. You really get caught in betwixt and between them.
Sometimes, yeah, it'll happen.
Mitch is a big, strong kid, hits the ball a long way. First read is like that thing's gone, or at least going to,
I think for him, his instinct was that it was going to take him somewhere close to the warning track, maybe not get there, and that's the reason why he put on the brakes right away and started back. But then when he saw him continue to drift towards the wall, and to your point, because of Mitch's power, thought, well, maybe this is going to be there up against the wall. The ball might fall, so he went back to halfway again, and by then it was too late to tag up. Tough read. Good count for Kyle.
2-0 pitch. You seen him turn loose 3-0 this year? Seen him go
I know he has the green light. I'm not sure that he's had a pitch that he has liked. Seen him hit the ball out of the ballpark 3-0. Picked up a few base hits doing it.
Next strike.
That was middle away. Typically 3-0. He's looking more middle in.
In the last 3 years, I bet we've seen him hit, what, 4 or 5 home runs on 3-0?
I know he's hit the ball hard. I'm not sure how many home runs he's hit out. I know he hit the one out that was at Safeco Field, I believe.
3-1 here with Segura at first.
And
that's a fair ball. Segura is motoring. He's to second as Valencia tracks it down. Digging for second is Seager, and he's in there with a one-out double. Runners at second and third.
After a couple of hits yesterday, including a home run. See Kyle starting to heat up. There's middle end down and hits it by Chris Davis just right over the base.
So he's in the ballpark. For his career, Kyle on 3-0 counts has 3 home runs.
There you go. I think for the most part, for a manager to give you the 3-0, typically it's to a more veteran hitter. Secondly, he has to be somebody that's going to have the ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And third, he has to trust the hitter that he's not going to swing at just anything. And Kyle has shown some discipline and some power.
Crowd 2 for 4 last night. 1 for 3 here this evening. Alex Cobb in some trouble tying runs on board here. Brings up Denard Span, fly to center, and RBI single to center. No Nelson Cruz tonight. Again, back issues as Denard takes a strike.
Beckham, the third baseman, even at the bag at third. Everybody else playing back.
Upstairs, 1-1. Span, first game of the series, 2 for 5. Big home run, 6th inning. Extended the Mariner lead to 3-1. And what became a 5-3 victory for Felix Hernandez, his 7th win. 1-1. Breaking ball he takes. An opportunity here with 1 out, second and third. Segura at third, Seager at second. Up and in.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Healy waiting. Ryan with a home run back in the second inning. Straightaway center field is 15th on the year.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Span came into tonight's game 3 for 6 against Alex Cobb. Trying to do some damage here, tying runs in scoring position.
There's an example of what you were talking about earlier. Hand up, waiting for his turn. Cobb already went into the stretch, and so Denard just called timeout on him.
3-2 pitch. Check swing. Mike Wright Jr. heating up. So here we go. 1 out. 3-2 pitch. A long look by Cobb. He deals. Ball 4, bases loaded.
Borderline at top of the strike zone gets the call. Good at bat, patient at bat by Span.
So an opportunity for the Mariners. Ryan Healy, Roger McDowell, the pitching coach.
See the batting average against his curveball. He really hasn't thrown it much. He's stayed with the fastball split.
That is some number right there. 1145 on curveballs, highest in the big leagues. My goodness. The Mariners trying to put him in a world of trouble. 4-2 lead for Baltimore. Bases loaded. Power hitter Ryan Healy homing off the batter's eye, straightaway center field, and fly to right. 1 out, bases juiced. Segura at third, Seager at second, and Span at first. This one smacked center field deep. Going back at him, Jones. Segura will cruise home. Everybody moved up a base. Seager to third, Span to second. RBI Mitch Haniger, another for Healy, beg your pardon, his second tonight. And Healy with 37 runs batted in. He's got 2 this evening. Nice work. 4-3 game.
Being aggressive, yeah. First pitch, set up away, middle in. Another elevated pitch at the top of the strike zone, similar to the ball that he hit out of the ballpark, and he just missed this one. Jones going back to the warning track.
Put Gamble on. Intentional pass. Third walk all this inning by Cobb. Brings up Zunino, hit by a pitch and popped out to second. Give me some of your memories when somebody was walked intentionally to get to you.
Well, I mean, especially in a situation like this where it loads the bases up. You have runners out there. Yeah, you want to do some damage right here.
Good pitch.
Good fastball in the outside corner.
Outside. Buck Showalter. He was with Arizona. I know at least once walked Barry Bonds at the bases loaded. Barry's one-man wrecking crew.
Right now, I'd like to see Mike get a fastball that he can handle.
Good park for him, too. 1-1 from Cobb. 2 out, bases loaded. Breaking ball in there. 1-2. Zunino, 7th man to the plate. Here in the Mariners' 5th. Balls, 2 strikes. He's throwing that pitch a lot to right-handers.
Well, the fastball away, and he's throwing the 1 curveball to him that might ended up taking for a strike.
2-2 pitch. Up
there
the
you go.
middle, through the 5-hole. Here comes Sager. Here comes Span. Mike Zunino. A 2-run single, and the Mariners are in front. It's 5-4 Seattle as Mike breaks an 0 for 12. His 2nd hit on the road trip, and it comes up big. They wanted to get to him, and he made them pay.
Mike was paying attention, or maybe he just heard you, Dave. Everything away, and this is going to be a fastball in the outside corner. He hits it right back at Alex Cobb. Drive in a couple of runs.
Well done. So Alex Cobb's torturous year continues as he's knocked out of the box here in the 5th. 5-4 Mariners. The ball game.
Solid base hit by Mark Trumbull into left field. That will score a run, and then Span throwing the ball home. Ball gets away from Mike, hits the bricks, bounces back over Wade's head. They try to make the play at the plate, but on the throwing error, Machado will score, and then Mike Zunino comes right back and gives the Mariners the lead with his base hit up the middle to drive in 2.
This is after Gamble was intentionally passed to get to Mike, who's been struggling mightily. Nice to see him cash it in. There's Heredia, 0 for 2.
Hit the ball hard his last time up. Mike Wright Jr. going to take over. 20 appearances, a 5.36 ERA. Baltimore's bullpen has struggled this year. 22 walks in 42 innings. Opponent's hitting .313. He's given up 4 home runs.
6'6", 215 out of Bennettsville, South Carolina.
For Alex Cobb, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He's responsible for the 2 base runners, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 92 pitches.
Pitch outside, 2-1. Big inning here for the Mariners. Guillermo's the 8th man to the plate.
All right, come on, Mike. Come on, you got this.
3-1, good count for Guillermo.
Come on.
night for Cobb. In some manner of speaking, only went 4-2, but got knocked around. Mike Wright Jr. takes over in his 4th year in the big leagues, all with the Orioles. 3-1 to Heredia. This one ripped left field. Is it going to hang up? Oh, that's a heck of a catch by Mancini. That was going to plate 2 for sure. Good jump, got to the gap with the dive, takes extra bases away from Guillermo Heredia. Fine play. But damage done by the Mariners. They score 3 times and have a 5-4 lead. Way to come back a couple times tonight. 5-4 lead now after a big 3 spot in the 5th with 8 men coming to the plate.
Wade LeBlanc giving up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. See Mike come up with that big base hit to drive in a couple of runs after being hit on his helmet his first time up, right on the ear flap, maybe in case of that mouth guard too. Fortunately, he was okay, able to stay in the game, and a big base hit.
Zunino with 2 RBIs, Healy with 2 RBIs, and the other one to Span. There's Adam Jones. Big bender for a strike. Jones bunted his way on it, scored 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. Dropped down to 75 miles an hour on that one. Wade LeBlanc trying to get his 4th win of the season. 1-2.
Now it looks like Chase and Bradford getting loose in the pen.
Right to Hill. Taking himself. He's checking with Angie Mentink. It's all good. Take it. All right, Angie, thank you. Manny Machado, base hit to center field, run scored in the 3rd. Got fooled on a pitch and just punched it into center field, short center field. Fly it out to center his first time. For LeBlanc, this is his 8th game, his 5th start on the road. Looking for his first road win.
What he normally does, throwing strikes. 51 pitches, 37 strikes for him.
Line drive, send it span back on an angle, and he takes care of it. 2 outs. So 2 down here in the 5th. 2018 Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot is now open and exclusively online. So make sure your favorite Mariners, including Mitch Haniger, Gene Segura, and others, are represented on this year's squad by voting at mariners.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard on July 17th. Being held down the road in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. 2 outs for Danny Valencia, 2-run homer in the 1st. An off-speed pitch and flied out the center. Second time now. Flied out the center.
Number of hitters in a row for Wade, starting him off with the curveball. That's the first time he's missed. Right back with a changeup.
1-1. He's relentless with that pitch, isn't he?
Well, he just will not give in, and changing speeds, using both sides of the plate. Hasn't thrown too many cutters tonight. He's basically decided he's going to stay away.
Good pitch.
Gets him to chase it 77 miles an hour down out of the strike zone.
As you've pointed out many times, with so many guys 95 plus, and all of a sudden, I mean, to get an anomaly like this, he's throwing 70, can throw 75, and tops of what, 87, 88, 89?
I would say 89 is at the tops. Typically his fastball this year on average is 86, but he's 87, 88, I would say.
2-2.
Just mix it up, everything away.
Two to Valencia. Strike 3 called. Right there. I don't know what Danny's angry about. It was right over the plate. 1, 2, 3. Go the Orioles. Mariners lead at 5-4. Game here in Baltimore. Join T-Mobile in showing your appreciation for all military and vets by sharing a photo or video using hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each tweet or post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans. Had some rain earlier, leaden clouds above us, but looks like this is going to get through dry the rest of the way. Here's D. Gordon leading off in the 6th. 3 groundouts tonight. Scope's going to make it 4. 1 out.
Already 4 plate appearances for D, and we're only in the 6th.
Yep. Mariners in the 5th inning. 8 men to the plate, scored 3 runs on 2 hits, left 2. And a good night for Ryan Healy. Home run and a sacrifice fly, couple of RBIs. Spanned with an RBI. And Mike Zunino, they intentionally walked Gamble to load up the bases. With 2 outs in the 5th, and Mike on a 2-2 pitch singles right through the legs of Alex Cobb, starter who's been since chased. Matter of fact, that was his last batter. Here's Segura. 2 runs scored tonight. 1 for 2. Mike Gray Jr. on in relief. Segura now with 103 hits. The leader, Jose Altuve, with 111. Took something off of that. Gene rockets one center field, and Adam Jones, wow, he chased it down. That's why he's a perennial all-star. Had him turned around, had a big slice on it, and he made the adjustment. 2 outs.
Breaking ball just spinning right in the middle of the plate. Good adjustment by Adam Jones in center field to make the catch.
2 outs here in their 6th. Brings up Mitch Haniger. 2 for 3.
Mitch also with a couple of hits.
Sent Jonesy straight away deep into the track for an out. First out in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Gene Segura in 34 multi-hit games. Started today, he was tied for the major league lead with Nick Markakis.
How about the year the Braves are at? 45 and 33. Started the day up 3.5 on the Phillies, 4 on Washington. Good count for Mitch, 2-0.
Watching some different shows today, and they were talking about the Braves. They'll probably be in the market for maybe a starting pitcher or 2.
Swing the bats. They're catching it too. Freddie Freeman, darn good hitter.
3-0, turn him loose.
I agree. Takes it 3-1. Shift on from Haniger. 3 defenders left side of the infield. 2 outs, nobody on in the 6th. A 5-4 Mariner lead. High pop. Left fielder Mancini. 1-2-3 6th. Mariners 5-4 lead. Park Camden Yards opened in 1992. Mariners trying to go 4-5 on this road trip. A win would make them 3-0 here against the Orioles, and looking for a sweep tomorrow. Mark Trumbo leads off here in the 6th, followed by Jonathan Scope and Chris Davis. Wade LeBlanc out here for inning number 6. Gave up an RBI single to Trumbo in the 3rd. And he popped up. Did Trumbo in the 1st. Fouled out to Ryan Healy at first base.
Seems as if we're going to get a different reliever every inning just in case. It's James Pazos now getting loose. Hard throwing left-hander for the Mariners.
Up, down, in and out, all kinds of speeds for LeBlanc.
On the edges of the plate, and you can see the Baltimore hitters stepping out and shaking their head.
How is he doing this? 1-2.
Again, he's just decided he's going to stay away and just change speeds. Well, since he's thrown a pitch inside to a right-hander.
Got a full count here to Trumbo. Payoff pitch. Right to Degord. So one away here in the 6th. Get home field advantage on Silver Bullet Saturdays. Download the Coors Light Rewards app and start earning points towards rewards like Mariners tickets and Coors Light gear while supplies last. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
The full count to Trumbo was the first 3-ball count for LeBlanc tonight. It's been sharp.
Ray trying to get his 4th win of the season. It would be his first road win. Breaking ball, the Scope. Ball 1, Scope 0 for 2, fly to left, ground out to 3rd. Oakland A's have won 8 of their last 10, have moved into 3rd place. Swing and a miss. Leading at Detroit 1-0 in the 6th. D gets a nice hop. One of the teams we'll see on the next homestand, the Angels. They get run out of Boston 9-1. That was a final. 9-1 the final. Here comes Scott Service. Chris Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. So Wade goes 5 2/3, couple of strikeouts, and it's going to leave with a 5-4 lead. Jack in the Box. Try the new $4.99 Jack Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough. Yummy, new from Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Royal Park, Camden Yards at nighttime. Wade LeBlanc, his night done. You're surprised he got pulled at this point?
I don't think so. I think for Wade, he'd been pitching well, no question about it. Gave up the runs early in the ball game. Overall, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Didn't walk anybody, typical for him. A couple of strikeouts, 66 pitches, 46 strikes. Right now, you're trying to protect a 1-run lead. Chris Davis, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup, has hit the ball hard twice off of Wade, and we know that he's there to hit the ball out of the ballpark. So you make the change.
Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen,
which will be James Pazos, the power fastball from James. And last night, really in the 2 games, we've seen Chris really struggle with a good fastball. So I think with all things considered and trying to get these guys some work, because the starters have been so good, you have to get him in the ball game. So I think the timing of it was right. See if it works out.
Davis looked lost in fastballs the first 2 nights, striking out 6 of his 7 times. The other time he got hit.
Especially if it's elevated. High strike zone right there from Mike.
Popped him up.
And couldn't catch up to that fastball.
There's Span. It's about 4 times this year that Pazos has come in, thrown 1 pitch and gotten out. We go to the 7th. In Baltimore, 5-4 lead as we go to the 7th. Hey fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest has officially returned. Root Sports is looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Montana, and there's only 1 day left. So get that photo in, a story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Dave Valley joins us right now from our Ford Studios as Kyle Seager leads off. And your thoughts, Val, on the Mariners offense tonight?
Not just that, Val, but he was also hit in the ear flap. Gamble intentionally walked ahead of him, and then he comes up with the knock. He has to feel great after that. Val, you never know how things are going to turn out, but Dave was asking me about the pitching change and bringing Pazos in. It obviously worked out in that inning, but I thought it was a good time for it. It was one of the few times in this series where it looked like Chris Davis was comfortable and hit the ball hard a couple of times, and I thought maybe that the change was probably good. Now you set it up for Nicasio, Colome, and Diaz at the end.
Does make a difference. All right, Val, thanks so much. Catch you and Angie Mentink on Mariners Post Game, presented by Alaska Airlines after the game. Nice running catch by Danny Valencia. Take away possible extra bases from Seager. Good to see Kyle. He hit that well.
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat well in this series, so that's a good sign for the Mariners. They certainly need him. And had the big night last night, had the double already in this one. And as you mentioned, looked like it was going to be extra bases, but a fine play by Valencia.
Bernard Span, 1 for 2, walked and a run scored tonight. Wright Jr. under relief of starter Alex Cobb went 4 2/3 of 8 hits, 5 runs, swing and a miss.
Nicasio getting loose in the pen.
Hey, guess what, Mike? It's another 1-run game. Mariners 24 and 11 in 1-run games, tops in the majors.
Well, the Mariners offense can change that, you know.
Plenty of time. Works for me. Did he get time or not? He did. Sudstrom had his hand up. Wow. Here's Bernard Span dictating pace again.
Yeah. The pitcher didn't like it. Buck Showalter barking about it.
Hey, tell me, Gary said he's got.
I think what Gary did was I think he called timeout and then he gave the hand signal late, and that's what upset him.
Gary looks at Buck doing a slow burn over there. 0-2 to Span. Back up this way. Somebody must have made a heck of a catch. Smiles all around right below us to our left. Give it to the girl. Pitch the Span. Line drive, base hit, left field. Bernard Span, his second hit tonight. Third consecutive time he's been aboard.
Really quiet at the plate, not much movement at all. Just throws his hand at the baseball and another line drive into left field after falling behind in the count.
Terrific night here for Mr. Healy. Home run off the batter's eye, center field. Fly out to right and a sacrifice fly to center field. That was in the 5th.
And then the rain starting again.
Boo. Healy with that home run, second inning, broken 0 for 9. Boy, did he get all of it. Should be a very light shower passing through here, Baltimore. Many fans ducking for cover now. Got the umbrellas up. Three 0. He's not bashful. 3-0. Got to be getting sticky out there for Mike Wright Jr. One out, runner at first, 3-1 pitch to Healy. 3-2.
Nobody getting loose in the pen for Baltimore. Ben Gamble waiting on deck. He's been on base a couple of times.
3-2 to Healy. Runner goes. Fly ball center field. Span picked it up. No problem. Adam Jones under it. 2 outs here, and the Mariners visiting 7th with a 1-run lead. Mariners take on the Rockies in an interleague matchup Saturday, July 7th. Come catch the two teams face off under the summer sun on 1:10 first pitch. Plus, the first 20,000 fans pick up a free pair of Mariners sunglasses courtesy of Emirates Airline. Head to mariners.com for your seats. Gamble with a base hit to right, ground out to first, and an intentional walk. On here to Ben. Back with a dive. Is Span.
Trying to throw it away.
Aggressive lead there by Span. 2 outs, 0-1 pitch here to Gamble. And that will not get through. Heck of a play by Scope. Big second baseman on the layout. Gets it done. And the Mariners are turned away in the 7th, but they lead 5-4. Times the fun when you play Washington's lottery. A light rain has stopped here in Baltimore. Glad you've joined us here. Mariners trying to make it 3 consecutive wins here in Baltimore to go 4-5 on this road trip and look for a sweep tomorrow and come home the 5-5 roadie. Juan Nicasio takes over on the mound. He is the second man out of the pen. James Pazos, how about his outing? Came in, threw 1 pitch, and popped up Chris Davis, and that was it. Wade LeBlanc in line to get the win. He went 5 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks, and 2 Ks. So here's Nicasio for the 7th inning. And a real good shot will have. Good chance to get Diaz in the ninth.
And Colomé in the 8th and Diaz in the 9th. It's the back end of the bullpen for the Mariners. Pazos throwing one pitch to get an out. For Juan Nicasio, 32 appearances, a 1-4 record in 30 innings. He has 39 strikeouts, 3 walks. Opponents hitting .309 against him. Fastball from 92 to 96 with a slider.
Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Mike Lee, coming off a brilliant performance Saturday in Boston, goes against Jimmy Yacobonis. Mike the other day had supreme command, 8 innings, and befuddled an excellent Boston offensive ball club, which won tonight 9-1 over the Angels.
Eight, 9-1 for Baltimore. Beckham will lead things off.
Beckham tonight 1 for 2. Well, send the team bus coming over here about 2:15. We're on the other side of the warehouse, and the clouds couldn't have been uglier, but it's great to be able to get this game in. Mariners protecting a 1-run lead. Strike 1. Good start for Nicasio. Mariner hitting starts tonight. RBI for Span, 2 for Healy, and 2 for Zunino. Mariners banged out 9 hits. Nicasio was in a great groove in the first half of the month of May. Second half, not so much so, and then went on to deal with knee problem. Muddy out there, a lot of diamond dry. Gonna help the cause.
I think they've gone out there and fixed up the mound a couple of times tonight.
Beckham coming over from Tampa Bay last year. Started out his career down there. Fell back.
Getting loose for Baltimore.
Nicasio trying to get back in the groove here. His last 5 games, 9 hits, 9 runs, covering 2 2/3 innings.
It's been a struggle for him, trying to stay out of hitters' counts. He's not walking a lot of batters, but just hitters' counts against him. Full count.
Three-two pitch. Popped up. Segura takes charge. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Great to have you join us. Be on the air 11:30 tomorrow. Pre-game show 12:05 first pitch. Wrap up this series. Then we come home. Kansas City, the Angels, and Colorado. There's Caleb Joseph, the catcher, 0 for 2.
Good pitch. Definitely on the plate.
There's the strike, 1-1. Casio, better ERA at home, 4.15. That's better than his 9.95 on the road. Plan is, boy, you get him sharp. Go along with column A and
really shorten up the game, right?
Oh,
Pazos has been throwing the ball great.
outstanding. Look out. That's why they had the nets. 2-2. You can run Nicasio out there as many times as you want. Led the league in appearances. '76 appearances last year. Off the fist. Last year, Nicasio, 65 games with the Pirates, 2 with the Phillies, 9 with the Cardinals. Total of 76. He had a 5-5 record, a 2.61 ERA. Two pitch, and off of Zunino's glove.
6 pitches so far in the at bat, staying with the fastball, everything away. There's been 1 pitch inside. 12 pitches total, 7 strikes from Nicasio.
Orioles broke on top of Valencia home run in the first inning. Mariners have come from behind twice tonight. Gamble, long run, not going to get it. Right at the 373. Caleb Joseph, the catcher, shut it down with a double. 1 out here in the 7th. Tying run aboard. That's his 7th double of the season.
That will also turn the lineup over. Joseph hitting 9th in the lineup. As mentioned, it everything away. This is probably just off the outside corner. Primera Supermo. He gets the barrel to it.
There's Mancini. Single to right in the first, scored on the Valencia home run. Since then, 2 groundouts. Right down the pipe for a strike. Two nothing in the first. Mariners get a run on the Healy home run to make it 2-1 in the second. Tie it in the third on an RBI by Span. And the Orioles in the home third, they get a couple of runs. Throwing error by Span, an RBI by Trumbo. 2 runs makes it 4-2. And the Mariners come back again in the 5th. Sac fly Healy, 2-run single Zunino. And that's where we are right now, 5-4. 1-1. All the 2 strikes.
Again, everything away.
Long year for Buck Showalter. Ball club just 23 wins against 55 losses. Worst record in the American League. 1-2. Mike's got a high target. And he hit the target. As Mancini swings through. 2 down.
Good fastball from Nicasio, 94 miles an hour. And mentioned, Dave, the high target. That is right at the top of the strike zone. Late swing.
That pitch very much in vogue again. And I like your description earlier in the season. You know, as a kid, that's a pitch you can hit up this level.
No, not going to catch up to it.
And if you hit it, you're not going to do much with it.
No, too much velocity. And you can even see on that swing, if he had put it in play, it was going to be on the label. That was Nick Vincent getting loose.
2 outs, tying run at second. Here's Adam Jones. Rested up there at 94.
Right, paying attention, the veteran. Fastball away from him on the outside corner.
Jonesy 1 for 3 against Nicasio. The 0-1. High fastball again, 0-2.
You can either climb the ladder, throw it a little bit higher out of the zone to get him to chase it. Your head 0-2. Maybe the slider off the plate. Throwing a strike right here. Try to get him to chase something.
0-2. Tying run at second. 2 outs here in the 7th. Nicasio set. High fastball.
Yeah, a little bit higher. Good pitch. So they've used that now. Mike is going to talk to him probably what they're going to do over the next few pitches. Let's climb the ladder. Do you want to go even a little bit higher, or maybe the slider off the plate? You need to try to bury it if he wants.
Houston won earlier. Walk-off by Alex Bregman. 2-run homer in the 9th. Beat Toronto 7-6. Oh, 2 to Jones.
There you go. Buried the slider.
Mike Minor's got a perfect game working in the 7th for Texas against San Diego.
Juan Nicasio, again, he can go up out of the strike zone or bury the slider one more time.
I think he's going to go upstairs. Let's see. Ball 2 strikes. Nope, going low.
Good pitch.
There's D. Gordon. Is he flipped? And the inning is over. Runner stranded at second. We've played 7. Mariners lead at 5-4. Always good ballpark eats here in Baltimore as we look at the Mariners leading 5-4. And a reminder to gather your closest gals at Safeco Field on Friday, July 6th for Girls Night Out. Mariners and the Rockies play at 7:10, and just for $40, it's going to get you a game ticket, a stylish tank top, and a drink voucher. Tickets only available at mariners.com/girls. A lot of Mariner fans here, and as Andy Mentink was telling you, Mariner fans checking in from all over on Twitter.
Brad Brock going to take over for Baltimore. 32 appearances, 3.86 ERA, 33 strikeouts, and 30 1/3. Opponents hitting .286 against him.
Mike Zunino, terrific at bat. Last time up, 2 outs. Bases loaded. He skies this one, but he delivered a 2-run single last time. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Mancini puts it away.
And Brad Brock, average fastball at 93 miles an hour. Slider changeup. Alex Colomé getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. He will pitch the 8th.
There's Guillermo Heredia.
Robbed his last time up. Hit the ball hard.
Great diving catch, left center field by Mancini. Whoa. 1. Popped up. Back in the third baseman, 2 down. 2 quick outs. Fans, as we continue our annual Ultimate Fan Contest this season, we'd like to extend an invitation to all Northwest sports fans to join us on July 7th at Safeco Field. Receive a view level ticket and your choice of an Ultimate Northwest t-shirt for just $19, or a main level seat and t-shirt for $37 when you purchase through this special offer. For details, visit mariners.com/ultimate. Top of the order, D. Gordon, 5th time. He's got 4 groundouts tonight. Shortens up. Count of 1-1. No scoring since the Mariners put 3 up on the board to retake the lead back in the 5th. Actually, that was misstatement there, to take the lead for the first time. 2-1. 3-1 today with 2 outs. Segura is on deck. There's a strike from Brad Brock, an all-star back in 2016. He went 10-4, 2.05 ERA. Full count for D. Three-two pitch.
Pretty good fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Brock started his big league career with San Diego in 2011. Came over to the Orioles in 2014. 3-2 pitch again. And that will get through. Base hit for D. Gordon. A 1-for-5 night for him. 2-out base runner here in the 8th.
It's always good to have D on the bases, even though it's a single back up the middle. He's already in scoring position.
10th hit for the Mariners.
20 stolen bases for him. Couple of hits for Segura. He is 2 for 4, including a double. He's scored twice. Another good night for Gene.
Feed back safely. Alex Calamay readying for the home eighth. He'll get Machado, Valencia, Trumbo. Ball one. Couple runs scored here tonight by Gene Segura. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Gets away. Gets into the outfield. Scope right there. Little roadblock for D. Couldn't get up. Stolen base. Number 21.
Probably not his best jump. He just outruns it. Throw in the dirt. Scope not able to handle it. No problem there. But he is in scoring position.
A great count. 2-0 for Segura. Insurance tally would be rather nice. 2-1.
D with a couple of stolen bases in this series.
Two-one pitch to Segura. Shoots it the other way, right at Chris Davis. Tough break. Alex Calamay will take over. Mariners by a run. Alex Calamay takes over. Well said.
35 appearances, a 4.18 ERA, 33 strikeouts, and 32 in the third. Only sitting 242. He's given up 3 home runs this year. Mid-90s fastball and a slider. We'll also get the middle of the lineup. Machado, Valencia, Trumbo due up.
Nursing a 1-run lead. Manny Machado 6 for 18 against Calamay. open. Calamay, here comes D. And throws it away. Zunino backing up. And he is aboard.
Great effort by D. Gordon, but he was playing deep. All knocked down by Calamay. Machado runs well. He all the way back on the grass. Reacts quickly to it.
Handcuffed. Handcuffed healing. I think got on him in a hurry. Such a short distance. It brings up Valencia. 2-run homer first inning. Since then, a fly to center, strikeout looking. First time he's facing Alex Calamay. Hit it hard right at Guillermo coming on. Did he make the catch?
I'm saying no.
Didn't see any arms go up, so that's a base hit.
Well, he short hopped it.
I didn't think he caught it, but I wanted to make sure it's Stu Sherwater, the second base umpire. That's correct.
Yeah,
he
short hops it. Alex Calamay, he's thrown 2 pitches and it's been 2 line drives.
He turned to sender. Man, oh man. So now you get the tying and go-ahead runs aboard here in the 8th. Mark Trumbo 1 for 13 against Calamay, and it was a home run. We can get a double play here. Trumbo's bounced into 3 double plays this year. There's Segura. Nice layout.
Again on the first pitch.
We'll get a scouting report on him. Boy.
Looks like it's going to be the slider. He squares it up. Good reaction by Gene Segura, the shortstop.
Brings up Jonathan Scope, 0 for 3, fly to left, ground out to third, ground out to second.
Because they've been so aggressive, they started him off with a slider that time, and they're still swinging.
Scope has got some pop. Takes a strike.
A couple of left-handers getting loose for Baltimore. Looks like Hart and Britton.
Scope is 4 for 10 against Calamay. Right now, Alex wants an inning-ending double play. It's 0-1 here. 1 out, runners at first and second. Good pitch, 0-2.
Good slider. Well located slider on the outside corner. 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
Here we go, 0-2. Couple of men aboard, 1 out. Chopper. They get the out at second, out number 2. Valencia is erased. Another's choice. Scope at first, moving to third is Machado.
Chops it. Thought maybe he would go to third, but decides to go to second. No chance to turn the double play.
Chris Davis is going to be the hitter. 2 for 12 career against Calamay. Hard hit ground ball back into second. Healy took a base hit away from him. And they had a hard hit single to right field. And then Pazos 2 outs in the 6th. Got him to fly out on 1 pitch.
And they tried to pitch him up in the zone with a good fastball. There he is, the high target, wants a fastball up. He's really struggled with that in this series.
95, a little too high, ball 1. Runners at the corners, tying run. He's at third, go ahead run. At first, it's Machado. Scope at first. 1-0 pitch from Calamay. Chris Davis in a season-long slump. Was a guy that terrorized the American League for a lot of years with the long ball. 33, 53 homers, 26, 47, 38, and 26 in recent years dating back to 2012. Big 1-1 pitch here. It's away, runner at third holds.
They thought about it. Another slider in the dirt. Slider in the dirt. Machado seeing the ball kick away, starting just a couple of steps.
The Mariners want right now, they want a strikeout. Chris Davis is liable for a strikeout as anybody. Career, he's got 1,600 strikeouts and 4,952 plate appearances entering tonight's game. And even 1,600 strikeouts. Led the league twice in that category. 2 balls, 1 strike. D. Gordon out short right field for Davis. Two balls, 1 strike. 3-1. This is why managers don't sleep well at night, huh?
You know, you're right about that. He's thrown a lot of strikes, 10 pitches, 7 strikes. They're being very aggressive with him, so he's trying to make quality pitches. And a couple of fastballs he's missed with that have been up. That's where they want to pitch him.
3-1 pitch to Davis. Oh my goodness. 3-run jack. 6th home run for Davis. That's his RBI total. 23. Got it in that lefty loop zone.
I don't think it was the fastball. It looked like an off-speed pitch, maybe the slider or a cutter. Trying to pitch him in. Mike set up inside. We'll take a look at it. 91 miles an hour.
He got all of it.
Yep, he did.
Tim Beckham.
Hey, Chris, I'm calling off the window.
That one shot down the line hard.
On the first pitch again.
You betcha. Gamble digs it out. There's the throw to second. Got him. Nice throw, Ben Gamble.
Strong throw from Ben. Accurate throw. Right on the base. Easy tag for Segura. He slides right into it.
But a big inning for Baltimore. 3-run homer, Chris Davis. And against Calamay, 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And the Mariners in trouble right now. They trail 7-5. One pitch, a 3-run homer. And now the Orioles to the ninth, lead it 7-5, and stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines. Work to do, short time here. The Mariners in the ninth. They'll have Haniger, Seager, and Span coming up against Zach Britton. Colby Rasmus takes over in right field, and Jace Peterson in left.
And for Britton, 7 appearances, 5.4 ERA, 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, but 6 walks. Excellent .261. Fastball changeup, but he throws his fastball just about all the time. 96% of the time he will throw his fastball this year. Average fastball 94.
See if the Mariners can get on some of those fastballs here in the ninth. There's a bender there to start off Mitch Haniger. Couple of hits tonight, 2 for 4. Haniger 0 for 3 against Britton. Through the hole, base hit. There's a start.
There's 2 fastballs in a row. Mariners certainly have the scouting report, and that one at 93. First one at 92. Mitch's third base hit. Fastball in the inner half and finds its way into left field. And Kyle Seager. Kyle with a home run last night. Double tonight.
He's 3 for 11 with a homer against Britton. Jace Peterson in left. Colby Rasmus in right. Last time up, Kyle drove one right center field that Danny Valencia ran down. Nice catch. There's Colby Rasmus. Old travel, Houston, St. Louis. 1-0 here to Kyle.
Hitters count.
Yes, sir.
Past number of years, Kyle has done a lot of damage to left-handed pitching, hitting the ball out of the ballpark. A big base hit last night in the 8th inning off of a left-hander, driving a couple of runs.
4 career home runs here. Camden Yards. 2-0 pitch to Kyle. Mariners down by 2. And there's a drive deep to right. Giddy up, baby, giddy up. We got a tie ball game. Kyle Seager ties it up here in the ninth.
Starting to heat up. Kyle Seager.
Back-to-back nights with home runs here in Baltimore, and the never say die Mariners have tied this sucker up in the 9th inning.
And Kyle gets himself into a hitter's count, 2-0. And Zach Britton is going to stay with the fastball, set up middle of the plate, ends up right on the inside corner. And he crushed it.
Second career home run off of Britton, his 5th career home run here at Camden Yards.
With that home run, Nick Vincent getting loose. Camara Supermo. Fastball in the inside corner and gets the barrel to it. Segura likes it. There's D over the railing. High fives all around.
What a good stroke that was. One-on-one to Span. 3rd time tonight the Orioles have given up a 2-run lead. Cobb did it twice, and now Britton. Two and 1. They did commit that time. 2-2. Nobody out. Mariners looking for the lead again. 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Baltimore.
Nothing new. See Denard Span get the count back to full.
You're here. There's your comeback win totals. And he strikes out. 1 away. There's up Ryan Healy. Healy 0 for 1. Kyle Seager's found a stroke.
He has. Ryan Healy with a couple of RBIs, sacrifice fly in the 5th. His 15th home run all the way back in the 2nd inning. It's a dead center field, 416 feet.
Talked about all the balls that Kyle had been fouling back.
He didn't miss that fastball.
No, he didn't. Started getting him in the right direction. 0-1 here to Healy. He's driven in 2 runs tonight. Home run in the 2nd, RBI, sac fly in the 5th. One. A 7-7 ball game here in the 9th. Healy, a rope, but right at Beckham, 2 down.
He swung the bat well tonight. Solid line drive, but well positioned for Baltimore is Beckham.
There's Ben Gamble. Got a base hit tonight. Base hit to right field. 2nd inning. Tremendous throw to gun down Beckham for the 3rd out in the 8th.
Vincent and Diaz both getting loose.
Here's the drive into the gap. You're going to get that. Rasmus, good outfielder. Cuts it off, makes the catch. We go bottom 9. Score tied at 7 thanks to that man right there. Kyle Seager, 2nd homer in as many nights. A 2-run blast. Locks it up at 7-7. A lot of rallying. Check out that line score. 3 times they've rallied from 2 down. Kyle Seager with a big home run. Top 9 and tied at 7-7. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Mike Leake off his brilliant performance in Boston takes on Jimmy Yacobonis. Matter at hand tonight, trying to get this 3rd game in this series. Nick Vincent takes over on the mound for the Mariners.
Yeah, Nick fastball at 90, cut fastball at 88, 87, and a slider. 27 appearances, a 4.63 ERA. 23 strikeouts and 23 1/3. Opponents hitting .268. He's given up 3 home runs this year.
How about the turn of events in the 8th inning? Colome throwing hard. They were attacking him on the first pitch. Gives up 1-2 hits, line drive, a fielder's choice, then a 3-run homer to Chris Davis, who's been struggling mightily. But then Seager, after Haniger leads off with a base hit to left, he homers ahead in the count 2-0. Big home run right field. Now here we go, 9th inning, home 9th. And Caleb Joseph, first pitch swinging, but D. Gordon's right there, 1 out.
Getting his first at bat, came into the game for defense. Michael Gibbons getting loose for Baltimore, hard throwing right-hander.
Last 2 innings, Mike, they are all over first pitches.
Very aggressive. They really didn't give Alex Colome a chance to get settled in at all.
Not at all. One from Nick Vincent. Come back. Vincent trying to put away Jace Peterson.
Chased it. Fastball up out of the zone.
We're in old school stirrups.
Outfielders playing deep. Healy right on the line at first.
Just inside. Adam Jones on deck. Ground ball right to D. Gordon. Two outs. There's up Adam Jones. Jones with a beautiful bunt back in the 30s. 1 for 4 with a run scored. The first pitch swing
was on a cutter right off the end of the bat. I think he broke his bat with it.
Himself after giving up that 2-run homer to tie.
Yeah, fell behind Kyle Seager, 2-0, and now jumped on a fastball right on the inside corner. His 15th home run of the year.
Back-to-back nights with home runs. 0-1 to Jones. Foul off. Nick Vincent 0-2.
Ball one. See Kyle also back-to-back nights, multi-hit nights for him.
There you go.
Adding to his team lead, extra base hits, a double and a home run tonight.
Ball and 2 strikes. Gamble on long runs. Healy gets under. D. Gordon takes charge, makes the play.
Good inning.
2 assists and a putout for D. Gordon. We go to extra innings. The Orioles are 4-4 in extras. The Mariners are 6-0. Mike Zunino will lead off when we get back. The Orioles are 4-4. So we go to the 10th inning. Michael Gibbons on the mound for Baltimore.
35 appearances, an 0-4 record, 3.92 ERA, 49 strikeouts, over 20 walks at 41 1/3. He can get wild at times, and opponent's hitting .256. He's only given up 1 home run this year. Average fastball at 95 miles an hour. Slider changeup. Mike Zunino, who also had a big base hit, driving in a couple of runs, will lead things off. Heredia, and back to the top of the order, and D. Gordon.
Mike Zunino facing off against Gibbons. Mike is 1 for 3 against Gibbons with it was a home run. Intentionally walked Gamble back in the 5th. Load him up to get to Mike. Worked the count to 2-2, and he singled right through the legs of starter Alex Cobb. That was the end of his night. Drove in 2 runs.
Chasen Bradford getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Good inning by Nick Vincent.
Oh, 2 strikes to Mike Zunino. Heredia and Gordon to follow. One-two pitch. 108. 86 miles an hour.
Elevated fastball, as Dave mentioned, 86 miles an hour. It was a strike, right at the top of the strike zone.
Bouncing ball. Beckham takes care of it, slings it across. Gets a hustling Heredia 2 away. I'll bring up D. Gordon. 6th plate appearance for him. Got a base hit and stolen base back in the 8th. Mariners could not get him around to score. Strike one. T's first look at Givens. Thought about bunting.
Wanted to.
96 dissuaded him.
96 in off the plate.
Broken bat, ground ball to Scope. Give it first. 1, 2, 3, 10th. 3, 4, 5 coming up for the Orioles. Machado to lead things off. Gotta tell you, they have been remarkable. Here's one that looked like it was going to be an absolute killer. Chris Davis.
Well, the Mariners up by a run, but then a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning by Chris Davis, his 6th home run of the year, gives them a 2-run lead. As you've seen before, the Mariners are not going to quit. Kyle Seager, home runs in back-to-back games. That is a 2-run home run for Kyle, his 15th on the year, and that ties the ball game up.
Very nice. Earlier in the game, Danny Valencia hit a 2-run homer, and Ryan Healy hit a solo home run for the Mariners. That was in the second.
Jason Bradford will take over for the Mariners. 27 appearances, a 4-0 record, a 2.9 ERA, 26 strikeouts, over 7 walks. Fastball in the low 90s and a slider. Get the middle of the lineup for Baltimore. Manny Machado will lead things off. It'll be Rasmus on deck, and then it'll be Trumbo. Mark Trumbo hitting 3rd in the inning.
First pitch strike here to Manny Machado. A couple of hits tonight. Bradford's faced one Oriole in his career, Peterson. 1-1 to Machado.
It's the same pitch, split the difference.
There's Gamble, 0-2 his left. Oh well. Brings up Colby Rasmus. First plate appearance. Took over in right field for Danny Valencia. comes Span. 2 outs. Here comes Mark Trumbo.
Good to see a couple of quick outs.
Trumbo hit it hard last time. Gene Segura diving towards a hole, laid out, and snared a line drive. 2 outs here in the 10th.
Also had a line drive in the 3rd inning that drove in a run.
Yeah, he got ahead in the count on that one. 2-1, hard hit, wall to left field. Strike 1.
Good slider.
Careful with Trumbo. Got power to all fields. Those pesky Oakland Athletics just closed out Detroit 3-0. Won 9 of their last 11. 1-1. There's a strike.
Quality pitches, all 3 of them. Nothing in the middle of the plate. Everything down and away.
All 2 strikes. Mike set up outside. Two. Bradford comes up with here. 2-2 pitch to Trumbo. Spoils that.
EQC Tracer, pretty good grouping, everything down and away. Just trying to keep him in the ballpark.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Pounds it. Healy. Feed. Nice feed to Bradford. Does his job. And it's a 1-2-3 10th. 1 week comeback. Segura, Haniger, and Seager in this 7-7 ball game. All right, Angie. All right, Angie. Thank you. Segura fouls one off, 1-1. It'll be Segura, Haniger, and Seager, 2, 3, and 4 here in the 11th. Kyle has homered back-to-back nights. Big one tonight in the 9th. Tied it up to get us here in extra frames. Second inning for Michael Givens, who went 1, 2, 3 in the 10th. Givens pitched a scoreless inning last night with a hit and strikeout given up.
Well, Segura's having an issue with his back right now. Walking around.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Saw him with
Rob Nodine out of the dugout.
So Segura, clubhouse before the game, he had his left quad iced up, wrapped around, ice bag wrapped around a ace bandage.
See him grab his back right there.
Not good. Good.
If he did something on the swing before that.
Got a 2-1 count leading off here in the 11th. Boy, stings this one. Deep left center field, and it bounces off the wall. Digging hard for second. He gets in there. Leadoff double. Go ahead run in scoring position here in inning number 11. Another multi-hit game for Gene Segura. That's his 22nd double. And that's
well, 3 hits tonight, yeah, and 2 doubles tonight, but he's going to get a fastball right in the middle of the plate, drives it out to left center field. Just consistently finds a way to get the barrel to the baseball. Primera Supremo in the swing by Gene Segura. Right in the middle of the fence.
He got through the pain on that swing, didn't he? Here is Haniger. Nice job by Gene Segura. Gene with a couple runs scored. Edwin Diaz getting ready. 1-1 to Mitch. Nelson Cruz, tight back. First time seeing him in the dugout. Hopefully he'll be available for tomorrow's game. Two and one.
Challenged him 96 at the top of the strike zone.
2-2 to Mitch. He's got 3 hits tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes. Segura at second. Little blooper. Adam Jones coming on. He's there.
And a pitching change.
Mike Showalter coming out. Seager swinging a hot bat. Going to bring in a left-hander. And we will step aside. Mariners have the go-ahead run at second base here in the 11th inning. Back with more right after this. 1 out. And a new pitcher at the left-hander to face Kyle Seager. It's Danny Hart.
Just 7 appearances, ERA at 4, only 6 2/3. Fastball, slider, average fastball at 88. Slider at 76. Is going to get Kyle Seager. Kyle with a couple of hits.
3rd year in the big leagues for Danny Hart. 27th round pick back in 13 out of Texas State University in San Marcos. Man of the hour, Kyle Seager. Tied to score with a 2-run homer right field, 9th inning. After Chris Davis had put the Orioles ahead with a 3-run shot in the 8th. Strike 1. Second game career-wise for Danny Hart against the Mariners. Faced him last year. Gave up a hit in 1 inning work. The other way. Oh. Foul. 3rd base umpire Eric Cooper right there.
It was right there.
Oh, that would have been nice.
That would have been perfect. Late swing on a fastball. And that is clearly foul.
Oh, 2 here to Kyle. Chopper goes foul. Buck Showalter with John Russell as bench coach. Scott Service, got Rob Nodine, the trainer, got Denard Span on deck. Segura at second, ready to run. 0-2 here to Seager. Stayed in on that pitch.
Tanner Scott last night. Kyle had the big base hit in the 8th inning to drive a couple of runs, and it was on a slider. And right now, Danny Hart, he's getting a lot of fastballs. The last couple fastballs in on his hands.
Here comes the 0-2 again. There you go, base hit, right field. Rasmus, yes he does. Big stop sign. As Scott Brocious was halfway down the line, and Segura picked him up. Runners at the corners, 1 out.
And stay hot, Kyle Seager.
Hit that on the screws, didn't he?
Yeah, they stayed with the fastball. It's all right on the inside corner again, and he hits it through the infield. He wanted to score, but Brocious holding him up, and it was a good idea.
Yeah, we've seen Rasmus throw over the years. He's good.
He would have been out by 10 feet.
Span. 1 out, runners at the corners. Deep fly ball, base hit. Get the job done. 7-7 ball game. Mariners have banged out 14 hits.
Should be deep enough.
Challenge him, absolutely. Make it happen. Here's Jones making a catch, and he's going to concede. Mariners lead 8-7. Nice job, Denard Span, his 2nd RBI tonight. Mariners back on top. Professional AB, wasn't it?
Per usual. We've seen that a lot since he's joined the Mariners, and hopefully Segura is okay. Span with the sacrifice fly right on the first pitch. He's a little more aggressive tonight on the slider right there, and deep enough. Segura with 3 hits tonight, but it was 2 hits, couple of doubles. After a base hit back in the 5th, but ended up walking in that inning, but he scored 3 runs. Good night again.
Here's Healy. Ryan with a home run back in the 2nd, his 15th. He delivered a sacrifice fly in the 5th, so he's knocked in 2. And his last time up, he lined out hard to 3rd. One. Segura open up with a double. Deep left center field. Haniger lined out to center. Base hit Seager behind an account 0-2, and then first pitch Span with a sac fly. 1-1 to Healy. Bounces this one. Taken by Beckham. Throws over. And that will do it. 3 outs here as the Mariners now can go to Diaz for the win. Addition to this ball club since coming over from Tampa Bay in late May, and tonight his contributions include RBI single and a sacrifice fly that has put the Mariners in front 8-7. Bring on the best closer in baseball right now, Edwin Diaz.
41 appearances, looking for his 30th save. A 2.63 ERA, 66 strikeouts in 41 innings pitched. Opponents hitting just 169 against him. Upper 90s fastball, hard slider.
3rd consecutive game for Diaz. Trying to put the Mariners up 3-0 in this series, and a win would make them 4-5 on the road trip with 1 to go tomorrow. Scope, Davis, and Beckham 6, 7, and 8 here in the 11th inning. And the 8. Their strike. Diaz last night, what, ground out, base hit, fly ball, and force out in the game. And before that, he went strikeout, ground out, strikeout.
Challenged him again with 98. Scope fouling it straight back.
Scope 1 for 6 against Edwin. And shoots out and through the hole.
That was a mistake from Edwin. They wanted that slider off the plate away. 0-2 count, and he left it right in the middle of the plate. Been such a good pitch for him, and really had good command of it, but didn't hit his location on this one. Mike will be set up down and away, ends up middle.
Brings up Chris Davis. Career 0 for 2 against Diaz. huge home run, 8th inning, and a 3-1 pitch as he took Colomé out. Gave Baltimore a 7-5 lead. Put in between right there.
Good fastball at the top of the strike zone. I think he'll just stay up there.
Oh, 1 to Davis. Goes ahead here. Tying run is at first. Davis the winning run. Keep him in the yard. He's got 2 hits here tonight. The 0-2 pitch. And could not hold up. Strikes him out, 1 down.
Well, that was perfect. High fastball. Can't hold up, and this is the way they've been able to get him out.
One on, 1 out. Here's Tim Beckham. 0 for 1 against Diaz. Ball 1. Go back easily. Popped up. Back up this way. Sixth reliever out of the pen for the Mariners. Pazos, Nicasio, Colomé, Nick Vincent, Bradford, and now Diaz. One count here. Slow roller. They'll get 1. That's it. 2 down.
Kyle guarding the line, had to range well to his left. Beckham runs well, no chance to turn 2. See Kyle how close he is to the line, ranging far to his left. Ball not hit sharply. I'm sure you get the lead runner. It's a good play. Wilkerson hitting.
Wilkerson just added today. Just called up. Brought up from AAA Norfolk. Made his major league debut 7 days ago. 1-0 pitch. 1-1. 1 right after. One from Edwin. Down to their last strike.
Probably another elevated fastball. He's been late on the first 2.
Here we go, 1-2. Put a wrap on it. Game over. Mariners 3 times rally from 2 runs down. They win this ball game 8-7. A lot of heroes, Mike. A lot of heroes as the Mariners win the first 3 games of this series. They're now 4-5 on the road trip.
And Kyle Seager has been hot. That's great to see. The last 2 nights really swinging well. A couple of home runs. Denard Span, just the ultimate pro. Another quality game for him, doing everything right for the Mariners. Gene Segura, hopefully he's going to be okay with his back. Wasn't a classic. The boys had to swing the bats tonight, but able to get enough. 8 runs for him.
And hopefully we get Nelly Cruz back tomorrow. What a win. What a game. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners win at 8-7. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Angie and Dave.